This is a review of Wrapsol, which is a clear film protector that you can apply to almost all the Windows Phone 7 devices. And if you buy the Ultra version, they have 3 different versions, but this one is supposed to help prevent device damage, wear, and tear, and it says it can help protect against falls from up to 6 feet even. And it's glossy, optically clear, and custom fit film. So it actually wraps around the entire device, and I'll go through the application process in a bit. And it also preserves your touchscreen sensitivity. So, it includes the custom cut films there, microfiber towelette so you can clean off your device screen before you apply it, squeegee, and instructions. And so for the instructions, they actually have a YouTube video on basically all their products on how to apply them. So you can check out that YouTube video. It's below the video here in the description or in the article if you're viewing this on WM Power Users. So let's open this thing up. Here we got that open, and you pull this out. Just tear that thing open, and here's all the contents. So these are your instructions here, and I'll go through them in a second. Here's all the different films, and they have one to cover every single part of the device, basically. And there's your little squeegee to apply it with, and that's just stuff that keeps everything fresh. And there's your microfiber cloth. So, the instructions first say to clean the device, and then actually this isn't one of those packets. So this is actually a wet wipe. So you should clean your fingers and keep your fingertips wet so that you don't get fingerprints on the device while applying it. So as you can see, they really pay attention to detail when they give you this. I mean, they give you the squeegee, the microfiber cloth, and even wet wipes to make sure your fingers are clean before you apply it to the device. So the quality of everything is really superb so far. And then you peel and separate these, and you align them to your phone, and you hold it and you squeegee it down, and then you squeegee out any other bubbles that are there. So, I'm actually going to use the YouTube video because that seems like it'll really help here. So with your computer, just go find the YouTube video and it'll explain how to do everything here. So it tells you how to apply every single part of the screen protector there. And so you can, of course, go through that and step through each step and pause it as you're going and follow through with it. So it's a really great video that they made and helps you with the process. So I'm going to actually do some of this here on camera and show you how easy the setup is for this device. So here we go. We're first using the wet wipe to clean our fingers and make our fingertips wet so that we don't get fingerprints on it. Make sure your fingertips are clean. And so first of all, let's clean off this device. So you use the microfiber side of the cloth and just make sure that the device is clean from any fingerprints on it and it's nice and shiny. Because once you put this on, you don't want to have any fingerprints underneath there. That'd get really annoying. The right side trim. So in the video they show you what each one looks like here so that you can figure out which one it is. So it's a nice thin plasticky thing here. And you just align it to the edge of the power button there and try to get it as precise as possible. So to get this perfectly applied, you actually have to stretch the trim some. So take that into consideration when you're applying this and learn from my mistakes here. Because if you don't stretch it, it will not fit all the way. It's meant to be stretched some. So it does require some stretching there. But once you get it down in place, you can push it all in there and get out those air bubbles. So you do the same thing with the left side application, just peel it off and line it up, and you can polish off any smudges that you have there before you go at it. And then just get it aligned. Going around the corners here is probably the toughest part because HTC kind of has a bevel around that corner. But it does, once you apply it and push it down, it does go right with the edge, which is great. Unless you kind of stretch this edge, it'll come a bit away from that headphone jack, so make sure to stretch it some when you're applying that part. So for the screen here, they tell you to, of course, first wipe off the device's screen to make sure you have absolutely no fingerprints or dust or anything on it. And then you want to take the little film protector here and still keep it on the film, so you'll just peel off about an inch, as they say, and roll that back, and then get it aligned with the top of your screen. And then you use your squeegee here. So this is kind of a tricky operation, but you use your squeegee to really push it in there, and then you squeegee down and slowly let this apply on there. Pull back the film as you go and try to keep it aligned as you go. So it's definitely a tricky operation, but they try to make it as easy as possible. There, you got it down there, and then you just squeegee out the remaining bubbles. And you probably can't tell in the video, but the squeegee actually worked really well. And if you still have some bubbles in it, you can usually work those bubbles right out of it. The next thing to do is the kickstand back here. So grab that off of this main film sheet and just work your way through the kickstand here. And so they just go right around those lights there, and you just press it down, and it's applied. And then you do the other side of the kickstand. And so then you have the back battery cover here. So you want to apply it right over the HTC logo there. It has a little hole for the HTC logo, so you can always see it. And then get the top lined up. Squeegee. So the application process wasn't that bad. It takes probably like 20 minutes. So make sure you leave yourself some time to do it, because you do want to do it really well. And the main things to remember, mainly is really just actually stretch out the film in order to line it up here on the side, because otherwise it might not line up perfectly, and it's actually built to stretch some. So keep that in mind when you do it. But as you can see here, I got the film on and it's completely covering the device, and it looks pretty great. It keeps the really nice glossy look of the screen, so if you're looking for one of the matte finishes, then this one doesn't provide that, but I think they have another version that has, it's like anti-fingerprint version, and that one will probably give you that look so that you don't get the screen covered with fingerprints. But so far it really doesn't look like it attracts that many fingerprints. I think it might be better than the original screen on the HD7 in terms of that. And you still have access to your camera buttons and volume buttons. Depending on how well you applied that, then they shouldn't be covering up those little button ports, and those ports shouldn't be covering up anything either. And you can still take off your back cover so you can get to your case still. You can pop all that off. So it keeps all the functionality of the phone, and it keeps the same looks of the phone, but you get protection. So I'll do another review like in a month on how the product is working for the phone, and I'll probably actually accidentally drop my phone a few times too, so I'll definitely have some comments on how it protects against that. But overall, the product is really great, and the application process is pretty easy. I actually got it down pretty well without many little bubbles there or anything. And so I just got a phone call there, and the proximity sensor and everything worked perfectly too. So it really keeps the original functionality of the phone, and it feels pretty nice in the hand. It actually gives you a little extra grip, but the part on the screen doesn't feel like sticky at all. I think the parts on the back and stuff might be a bit different texture, because it definitely gives you that extra grip so that the phone doesn't really fall out of your hand, which is really great. So if you like the Wrapsol product, you can buy it from their website, Wrapsol.com, and they sell 3 different types of protectors. They have the Ultra Protective Film Wrap, which is $29.95. That's the product that I got, and it's supposed to protect against drops, scratches, everyday dings, dents, and other stuff like that, and even supposed to help with your phone falling from heights of up to 6 feet. And then there's also the Clean Screen Film Protector, which that's the one that helps take away glare on your phone, so I'm sure that one uses the matte finish, and it'll also keep away fingerprints. And there's the original scratch protector system, and that one's just for keeping the device safe from scratches and scuffs and stuff like that. So the Clean Screen Protector film, the one that helps with fingerprints, that one's $14.95, and the original scratch protection system is $24.95, or you got the Ultra Scratch Protection System here, which is $29.95. I think that the Ultra Scratch Protection System definitely works well here. And so far I haven't gotten many fingerprints on it really, and hopefully those stay to a minimum. Check back in about a month for my review on this product after I've been living with it for a while, and then you'll really get a great idea about how this product works and how it holds up over time.